All right, today is 7/4/2025. My name is Christian Espinal, and this is our programming project, Project 7. And this one, we were tasked with create with the database connectivity project, and yeah, we were introduced to Java's applications where we're allowed to connect to a database to print out its contents and modify its information, right? So, at the very beginning, we downloaded SQLite. We're using SQLite here. And to start, I went into my SQLite directory, launched SQLite, and created a movies database. From there, I created a table, movies, and I gave it these fields of movie ID with an integer being the primary key, the title, the release year, the revenue, the genre, and the rating. I later changed this in SQLite, the actual application, because I was running into errors. So yeah, that was a mistake on my part. Ratings are not integers. Ratings are ratings are text. So I made that mistake, but that was fixed. And here in this SQLite console, I just inserted 10 rows of movies with these fields. With the first being Die Hard, 1988, that matches the release year. This is the gross revenue of $139 million, and it was an action film and genre, and it had an R rating, right? And so we did that 10 times, and we connected it to the SQLite Studio. So here we can see our database, right? With all of its contents, all the ratings, everything I put in to the terminal here shows up here, right? And then we connected it to our Java application through JDBC, right? And this was just following the database connectivity YouTube video that we watched for this class. Here, I replaced the universities with movies and all of my fields. I specified the path to our file, and we're able to connect with it, right? And here you can see I also added the source. So the tables also show here the columns, the movies, and yeah. So this is the connectivity, and then we also implemented this code generator, the SQL helper, to help make my functions that I'll be using in this exercise. Right. So this is everything here, and we'll be using all of these methods in our movies database. So, just to go from here, we're instantiating a movies database, right? And then we're creating a 2D list of it. And then we're performing a short query here for the contents of this database, and we're printing the database. So up here, we can see that our terminal is printing out this movies database. It has all of our entries. And the first task we had was to add 2 new rows to the database and print a message confirming. So I put out this message, adding 2 rows to the table, and we're adding the movie Hereditary and Parasite with the IDs 11 and 12. They came out in 18 and 19, and these are the revenues, horrors, and their ratings, right? And here, we get to the terminal, adding 2 rows to the table, right? These insert statements following looking, we reach 11 and 12. Hereditary and Parasite. Here they are. So now we have to we were tasked with printing them, of course, and this is what this statement was. And then we're tasked with deleting 2 rows from the table, and we can pick which ones. Display a message confirming that the row of data was deleted. So I decided to delete by the release year, whatever came out in 2018, and the movie 18, and the movie ID being 12. So I'm just deleting exactly what I put in here. Hereditary and Parasite. And so then we print them as a default table model. So we're just capturing this default table model as a new table, and then we're using our select two tables method that comes from our movies that came from DB Helper. So here we're just passing in, we want to select everything, all these fields, and yeah. So to get everything, we had to fill in these what values and sort values, but we're just sorting by descending. So we're sorting by descending of the movie ID, right? So here we have from 1 to 10, Die Hard, How to Train, and all of them showing up as a table here, right? After that, we're here's the result of the deletion. Yeah, here's the result of the table deletion, and this is just following the reading conventions that were illustrated to us in our YouTube video for the lecture. So, excuse me, sorry. And we have the fifth exercise. Execute a query to search for a certain student or group of students. You may select the search criteria, but it must differ from the example shown in the videos above. Yeah, so I can probably just delete that. Sorry, I was just copying from our task in the actual part 3 of the assignment. So this query, we are going to select title, release, revenue, and rating for movies where the rating is R. So if we look at our SQL Studio, we'll see that we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 movies with ratings that are rated R, right? So with that said, this is our query. So we're passing this query into the print database function, right? And we're printing out the results of the query. So here we have the results of the query. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rated R movies, exactly as the ones that are in this SQLite database here. Die Hard, Arrival, Alien, It, and 28 Days Later. From there, we're updating 3 different values from within the table. And so I chose to update the Alien value, the movie Alien, to have its genre be horror instead of sci-fi, as it was here. Alien, yeah. Alien horror. Okay. I'm sorry, actually. This is, at the moment, it's right now we see that it's horror. We're changing it to horror. So I think I actually, just to showcase this working, we're going to change it back to sci-fi. Science fiction. Just to showcase that. And just to illustrate these also updating, we're going to do I think this came out in 2016, the original one. And for Aladdin, we're going to change this value to 500 million. Okay? Just to illustrate this working, right? Because at the moment this is at 600 million, and if we go previously at 600 million, so when I was running this code, this was happening. So let's just run this again. So now we can see that the Alien movie is a horror film genre. Aladdin has 600 million revenue, and the How to Train Your Dragon was in 2010. Okay. So let's look at the updated table. So How to Train Your Dragon, 2010. Release year. Oh, that's interesting. So Aladdin changed and Alien changed, but How to Train Your Dragon is still at 2010. Oh, is it because... No. That's interesting. Why is this release here not changing? What value? How to train your dragon? Where value? What field? Release year? 2016. We're changing it to 2016. Title is How to Train Your Dragon. Why is it doing that? Release year. I mean, how is this working? Updates. We're setting the field, yeah. So how come this isn't changing? 2010. Arrival still 2016. Am I going crazy? What's going on? It's still just 2010. How to Train Your Dragon. Did I misspell anything? What if I did rating? We'll change it to G. That's very curious. So for some reason, this this release year wasn't working. Is that really the case? Huh. I must have had something. Let me just put it 1 second. Release year 2025. Okay, I must have had some kind of I must have had some issue with the release year that I missed. Sorry about that. Let's just quickly change this back to PG as it was previously. All right. Well, we showcased multiple updates there, so I guess that covers that base, and we bug fixed. So sorry about that. But yeah, displaying this, we're displaying this as a table, right? So we're simply following the same conventions here of printing this table after it's been updated, and we're using this method that was created in our previous lecture also to do our um our print databases. But yeah, I believe that is it. So thank you for watching, and sorry for the little mishap.